born and raised, it's plain to see. This is how we roll UP. I got stories, let me tell it. Bow and arrow and a dope-ass mullet. Take one shot, that's all it took, son. When I fish, it takes one hook, son. Hunt big game, just take one look, son.
All right, welcome back to episode 16 of the You Gotta Want It podcast. Today is April 23rd. We're heading into the last week of April already. It's going by quick like I thought it would, and we're on week 2 of the Michigan turkey season. This will be the third weekend of us turkey hunting, and because we hunted with Wyatt for the youth hunt in Wisconsin, then opening weekend was last weekend in Michigan, and then we'll see what we got in store for us this coming weekend. Just wanted to jump on and do a little breakdown of the last couple of weeks of how the turkey season's been going, and a little bit of what to look forward to. The Seeing Red series, season 4, is kicking off next Thursday, April 30th, so episode 1 will be dropping. That's going to be the youth hunt we had in Wisconsin with Wyatt behind the gun, and it's going to be a pretty good one, I think. A lot of action, a few mishaps, but Wyatt ends up knocking one down at the end of the day, so pretty exciting hunt, and long day for us, but we put the time in and end up getting rewarded at the end of the day, so that's going to be a good one to watch. A little bit longer than usual. I think it's around 14 minutes, I think, and yeah, that was a interesting day to say the least. We always hear a ton of gobbles on the property that we're able to hunt. It's loaded with birds usually every year, and we got in the blind, decided to set up in the pop-up blind because we had a boatload of people. I think we had 5 of us, and sat in a normal spot right in the middle on a food plot, and they were hammering, of course, like crazy. A handful of them were roosted pretty close that we could see, so they probably saw us get set up and get settled in. But as you'll see in the video, they end up working in the plot, a whole boatload of them, and 5-6 toms that were in the plot put on a show for us, and you'll see how that unfolds. And then yeah, we had one more chance middle of the morning, and then it was pretty dead for a while. Had some windy, rain, sun. Sun came back out a couple times and then got windy, but stayed at it, and was going to make one final push at around 5:30, and then maybe go get a bite to eat and then roost them for the Sunday hunt. But we really didn't want to hunt Sunday because we had terrible weather coming, pouring rain. That ended up happening, so we're glad we got it done Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. But so we made one final loop around the property on the road and noticed that there was a group out in the cornfield that we were able to hunt. Made a game plan, and you'll see how that unfolds in episode 1. So that's as much as I'll say on that that hunt. And then last weekend was the opener of Michigan. Probably the worst opening day I've ever had in Michigan, other than first couple years of turkey hunting. But windy, kind of cold. Just wasn't a very birdy day. Had a late winter, I'd say, and some of the spots really just had snow disappear in the last week and a half. So I think the birds are a little bit late breaking up, but first spot we wanted to go to had a Wisconsin truck park there, and that was where I saw the birds closest to the private, and they were all flocked up the weekend before, so I thought wiggle in there and see where they're at off the roost. But yeah, about a half hour into daylight, heard a gunshot right there, and they were gone when we got out of there, so that would have worked out probably for us. But I had a couple hours of hunt Saturday morning before I had to head to Green Bay for baptism, but had no luck. I don't think we heard a couple faint gobbles that weren't huntable. Did a little bit of riding around, calling. Handful of hunters in the public land where we were hunting, and just couldn't find anything. Just couldn't get anything to strike up. Like I said, it was windy, even right off the roost, so it was hard to locate these birds. That's kind of what I look for on public, is being able to hear long distance, and that wind really shut that down for the whole day, really. But made one lap around the public, and of course when we had to head home, 2 gobblers were with a hen on public running down the gravel road. But had to head home. Took about a 4-5 hour break. Brennan went home. Met up with Caleb and Adam for the afternoon hunt at about 2:30, and headed up north again and struck out that day. Stayed pretty windy, put on a lot of miles, and caught a few birds crossing the gravel roads on public, but nothing that we could hunt and nothing that wanted to cooperate. So opening day was done, and pretty devastated on how that went. But we had a good, better conditions. I'd say Sunday was supposed to calm down wind-wise, but get really cold, high 20s for a low. But figured with the wind dying down, we'd have a good chance of locating those 2 toms that we saw across the road, and that ended up not happening. Heard a few closer gobbles, but there were some guys around that were around those gobbles. Heard another gunshot, and then it was about 40 minutes after light. We were already riding around, so not a good start to the day on Sunday. Headed to some more public. There was a boatload of people on that. Saw some hens that were by themselves, so I was thinking the tom probably got shot that morning or the day before. Headed to a private spot, Camp Jeb. Did some calling there, walking around. Didn't hear any gobbles. Didn't get to scout that property this year before season, but there's usually turkeys around, but just didn't hear anything, didn't strike anything up. So got out of there pretty quick, and yeah, I won't really wreck anything until really won't talk about much more, but we do have some success on after that rough start around 9 o'clock on some public land. So episode 2 of what I just discussed will drop on May 7th. And yeah, we'll go from there this weekend. Hopefully get Caleb out for a couple hours Saturday. He's pretty busy, but told him we can probably, it's supposed to be really good weather Saturday and Sunday, so I'd like to get out at least 3-4 hours Saturday morning, try to get on a gobbler for him. Otherwise, I'm kind of stuck on the sidelines. Got no tags until the second to last week of May. Adam's gone this weekend, so kind of just waiting on if Caleb can go Saturday. And then next weekend, got the work bee up at Camp Jeb, but my dad's going to have a tag, so hopefully get him out. Trying to get him to take off next Friday. Some good weather again. Otherwise, we'll hopefully be hunting Saturday and Sunday. If not, I know Adam's getting back to town Saturday, so he's going to try to head up north Sunday to hunt. And he's got some gobblers on his property now finally too. So yeah, it's kind of slow going here the next week or so. And then be the 8th weekend, hopefully, if someone's got a tag. I can hunt with them, or we'll figure something out. But then after that, it's going to be balls to the walls for the next 2 weekends. Got a bunch of tags to fill the last 2 weeks in May in Wisconsin, so looking forward to that. Always a good time. So hopefully have some more videos for you guys coming up. Hopefully gets about 5 videos at least. And yeah, it's been a rough start, but we got a couple birds down, and thankful for that. But that's all I really got for you guys tonight. So keep an eye out for those videos coming up, and hope you guys enjoyed tonight's podcast. And we'll bring you another one at some point here this season, and keep you guys up to date on how things are going. So thanks for listening tonight, guys, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy season 4 of Seeing Red series. Later.